Here we should understand today, this exercise. Okay, so imagine that we have this relation student R, relation R, student E1, 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 E2, 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 E3. Okay, and course M1, M2, M3, M1, M2, M3, M2. Okay, T1, T2, T3, grades 15s and 14s. Imagine that we want to create a projection on course here on this relation R. What would be the result? Remember, projection, you should remove duplicates in the result. So we will have a new relation with only one column, which is course. So imagine here, take this one, course, okay, and you should remove all the duplicates. So M1, M2, M3, they are not duplicated yet. M1 is duplicated, we don't take it. M2 duplicated, we don't take it. M3 duplicated, we don't take it. M2 duplicated, we don't take it. So the result is M1, M2, and 3. You see? We don't take the, because M1, M1 2 times, M2, M2, M2 3 times, M3, M3 2 times. So we only take one version or one copy of each one and write it in the relation. So the projection reduce the number of the cardinality because of the elimination, or because we delete the duplicates. Okay. Second example, project teacher course. Now will project teacher and course, or course teacher. So teacher course, the new table will only have teacher course as a relation scheme here. What should be the projection here? Projection teacher course. Remember, if we want to do here projection and to eliminate the duplicates, it should be repeated teacher course together, not teacher and not only alone course. As an example, M1, T1, M1, T1, M2 is not yet duplicated. T2, M3 is not duplicated. T2, M1 is not duplicated. There is no TM1. T2, M2, T2, M2 is not yet duplicated. T2, M3 is duplicated here and here. So we take it one time. T3, M2, it's not duplicated. You see, we take them both and check if they both together are repeated, as this and this one, and we can this one. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 7. So because we eliminated 1, the result should be 6 instead of 7, and we will not have duplicates. Let's check. Teacher course T1 M1, T1 M2, T2 M3, T2 M1, T2 M2, T3 M2. There is no duplicates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 here, number of 6 because we eliminated 1. Here 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now we want to do projection on student, but before we should do selection on course equal M1 on R. So this, let's do it in two ways. First, we should do the selection alone here. Then on this result, we do projection student. So sigma course equal M1 on R. Let's do it. I want to select on this relation R where the course is equal to M1. Here M1 and here M1. Right? So two rows. Remember, the selection gives you all the relation schema. So E1 M1 T1 15, E1 M1 T1 15, and the second one E2 M1 T2 14, E2 M1 T2 14. You see, this is the selection. Now on this selection, this is the result. You should use a projection student on this relation. Imagine that this relation is S. So you should use projection student on S. So this is equal projection on student. Where's the student? This is the student. You should take all these attributes. So E1 and E2. E1 and E2 are not duplicate. So the student, this is the whole, the final for this is this one. Student E1, E2. Okay? Now, imagine that we want another example on R. We should multiply the projection of student on R times the projection of a grade on R. Projection of a student on R, this one, times projection of a grade on R. Let's do it. Here, projection on this student, we remove duplicate. So E1, 3 times we write E1, E1, E2, E3. So projection student on R is equal E1, E2, E3. However, projection on R at grade is equal to 15, 14. Only 15 and only 14 because we should remove the duplicates. So here. So projection on a grade is 15, 14 because we wanted to remove duplicates. So 15 and 14. So we write it one time each. So this is the value, the grade. Student, as I told you, it's E1, E2, E3 projection on. You cross them. You cross student times grade. So B times A. So this one multiply this one or cross the product by this one. Remember, cross the product without a condition, you should multiply the first row with all this, the second row with all this, third row with all this. So E1 multiply by 15 and E1 multiply by 14. So this is why you add 2 here. Then we are finished from E1. You should start by E2. E2 14, 15 and 14. So E2 14 and 15. Then E3 with 14 and 15, the same thing. This is the same. You multiply E3 by 15 and E3 by 14. You see, we are doing cross product, but now we don't do selection because there is no conditions. Now, the last one, no, not the last one. Selection on the grade doesn't equal to 15. Union with selection on R for grade equal 15. we go here. Selection on a grade equal 15 doesn't equal to 15. So we take all values where grade not 15. So it's 14. This one and this one. Union with selection on R where grade equal 15. So equal 15. This one, these three, and these two. Union them, what we will have? We will have the same relation R. Because all 15s and all 14s. So it's the relation R. So this is very important. So here, selection on a grade not equal value, union selection on a grade equal value, the same value, we will have relation itself R. So this is the grade on 15. You should take all 15. This is the relation of a grade different 15. This one. If you add this one with this one, you will have relation R itself. Okay? Final question. Final question. Grade 15 selection grade doesn't equal 15 minus selection on grade 15. So look here. Selection grade not 15. Where is it? It equals this, right? Here, not 15 is equal to this. E1, E2, E3. E2, E3. Minus selection on a grade 15. Grade 15 is this one. So look, this one minus this one. What should be the result? Remember, minus you take the what exists here and not here. So what exists here is all these 14, right? With 14. So all these. So the result is what is this relation as here. So sigma grade different 15, this relation. Okay? So rows with the grade different 15, they are the grade 14. And rows with the grade 15, grade 15. So no overlap. Result simply rows with the grade 14, which is this one. Okay? We are done from this exercise. Thank you for your attention. I want to solve. Where is the series? Series of questions. Wait. The series 2 algebra here. Next time